The richest people I know don't drive luxury cars. They don't flash designer clothes. They blend in at the grocery store. They look completely average. But behind closed doors, they're stacking empires, quietly, systematically. While everyone around them is racing to look wealthy, these people are actually building it. Here's what shook me. The median net worth in America is about $193,000. That's the middle. Half of families have less. Meanwhile, the average is over a million. A small group is pulling that number way up while the majority struggles to keep up. And roughly 60% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, including over 20% of households earning six figures. So this isn't about income, it's about habits. Today, I'm breaking down 7 habits of people who are quietly wealthy. Not internet rich, not flexing rich, actually sleep well at night wealthy. And I'm bringing the math. Let's get into it. Habit 1. Automate everything. Quietly wealthy people put their finances on autopilot. Paycheck hits, money moves. A slice to investments, a chunk to bills, a portion to savings. No touching it, no thinking about it. Why? Because the number one wealth killer isn't bad investments, it's bad decisions in the moment. Tuesday night, you're tired. Sale notification pops up. $300 gone. Automation removes you from the equation. Here's what it looks like. $500 a month into an index fund at 7%. In 10 years, that's $86,000. In 20 years, $260,000. In 30, over $567,000. You put in $180,000. Compounding adds almost $400,000 on top, for free. Power move. In 2026, the Roth IRA limit is $7,500 a year. Max that out automatically, and in 20 years, you're sitting on over $300,000, tax-free. Studies show the average investor earns barely 3% annually because of emotional timing mistakes. Automation fixes that. Wealth isn't built by willpower. It's built by systems. Habit 2. Buy less, but better. Quietly wealthy people don't spend less. They spend smarter. They think in cost per use. $300 boots lasting 10 years, $30 a year. 5 pairs of $60 boots over the same period, same money, worse outcome. Scale that to a $1,000 energy-efficient fridge, saving $200 a year on utilities. It pays for itself in 5 years, then saves you $2,000 more over the next decade. Or cars. The quietly wealthy aren't leasing a new BMW every 3 years. They buy a reliable 3-year-old Toyota and drive it for a decade. That saves $5,000 to $8,000 a year in payments, insurance, and depreciation. Redirect that into investments and you're building real wealth while everyone else is building car payments. The system is designed to keep you buying. Planned obsolescence, fast fashion, subscription creep. Every dollar you don't waste is a dollar that fights back. Rich people buy assets. Broke people buy liabilities disguised as lifestyle. Habit 3. Obsess over net worth, not income. This separates people who look rich from people who are rich. Person A makes $100,000 a year but has $50,000 in net worth. Person B makes $60,000 but has $200,000 in net worth. Who's wealthier? Person B. Not close. $200,000 invested using the 4% rule generates $8,000 a year passive. Person A's $50,000 generates $2,000. And here's reality. The median net worth for white families is about $284,000. For Hispanic families, $62,000. For Black families, 44,000. That's not a gap. That's a canyon carved by generations of unequal access to home ownership, capital, and inheritance, which is exactly why tracking net worth matters. You can't fix what you don't measure. Download a tracker. List what you own. Subtract what you owe. That's your real score. Update it monthly. An extra $200 a month toward high-interest debt can boost your net worth 10 to 15% in 1 year. Income is vanity. Net worth is sanity. Habit 4. Think in decades, not days. This is the hardest habit and the most powerful. $10,000 invested at age 25 at 10% grows to $452,000 by 65. Same $10,000 at 35, $174,000. At 45, only $67,000. Same money, wildly different outcomes. The only variable is time. Add consistent contributions. $500 a month starting at 25 at 10%. By 65, you're looking at over $3 million. Start at 35, $1.1 million. You left $2 million on the table by waiting 10 years. In 2026, you can put up to $24,500 in your 401k. The quietly wealthy max it out every year. Not because they're rich, because they decided decades ago that future freedom matters more than present comfort. Time is the one asset you can never get back. The quietly wealthy treat it like their most valuable investment. Habit 5. Build hidden income streams. Here's what nobody talks about. The quietly wealthy don't have one income. They have multiple. The average millionaire has 7 income sources. Most people have one, completely controlled by their employer. If you get laid off tomorrow, 100% disappears. That's not wealth. That's fragility. Start small. Dividend income from low-cost ETFs. A side project. Digital templates, tutoring, consulting. 3 streams at $300 a month each equals $10,800 a year. Invested at 7% over 20 years, that's about $475,000. Almost $500,000 from streams that started at $300 each. Multiple streams don't just build wealth, they build resilience. You're not one layoff from disaster. Start with what you know. What skills would someone pay for? What knowledge could become a course or service? One extra stream this year, another next year. The quietly wealthy don't put all their eggs in one basket. They build the whole farm. Habit 6. Resist lifestyle inflation. Most people get a $10,000 raise and immediately upgrade everything. New car, nicer apartment, fancier restaurants. 6 months later, broke at a higher income level. That's lifestyle inflation, the silent killer of wealth. The quietly wealthy invest 70% of every raise. $7,000 a year at 7% for 20 years equals about $287,000. Almost $300,000 from one raise. Not from earning more, from keeping more. Now, the car trap. Average new car payment is about $730 a month. Drive a paid-off car instead and invest that difference. $730 a month at 7% for 20 years is about $380,000. Almost $400,000 from one decision about a car. Every dollar has 2 lives. Spend it once today or invest it and let it multiply tomorrow. The quietly wealthy enjoy life. They just protect their future while doing it. Habit 7. Stay calm in chaos. The last habit, maybe the most important. When markets crash, most people panic sell at the bottom. Say you had $50,000 invested and it drops 20% to 40,000. Panic sell and you lock in a $10,000 loss. But hold. The S&P 500 has recovered from every major crash. After 2020, all-time highs within 5 months. Those who held through 2008 and kept investing saw their portfolios multiply several times over. The quietly wealthy don't just hold, they buy more. Crashes are sales to them. What makes this possible isn't bravery, it's preparation. They keep 3 to 6 months of expenses in a high-yield savings account earning 4 to 5%. That buffer means they never sell investments to cover a crisis. A $20,000 emergency fund at 5% earns $1,000 a year just sitting there. Free money for not panicking. The quietly wealthy respond. They don't react. That patience is worth millions over a lifetime. So why do all 7 habits work together? Because they compound, not just financially, but psychologically. Automate and you free mental energy. Buy better and you stop bleeding money. Track net worth and you build momentum. Think long-term and noise stops controlling you. Build streams and you build security. Resist inflation and you keep what you earn. Stay calm and you turn everyone else's panic into your opportunity. Together, these habits create what I call a quiet empire. The median American household has about $193,000 in net worth. The quietly wealthy, using these habits over 20 to 30 years, cross the $1 million mark without a 6-figure salary. With discipline, systems, and time. These habits don't require privilege. They don't require connections. They require a decision. And that decision is available to you right now. So here's my challenge. Pick one habit, just one. If you've never automated, set up a transfer today, even $50 a month. If you've never tracked net worth, calculate it tonight. If you just got a raise, decide right now what percentage goes to your future before you upgrade your present. One habit, one decision. That's how the quietly wealthy started. Drop in the comments which habit hit you hardest. If this changed how you think about money, subscribe and hit that bell. Share this with someone who's grinding but doesn't know these habits yet. Because wealth starts quiet, but it echoes forever. I'll see you in the next one.